Hey, what's going on? This is Matt Bowman, and this is Matt Bowman is Bothered. Welcome back. Got another solo ep. I missed a week, I think 2 weeks ago, and then last week I had the wonderful Jess Levin on, and that was super dope. I really enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. Already heard a little buzz in the mic, but it went away. Who knows? Maybe it was some bees. You ever get bees in your mic? Just get bees in the mic cord. I don't know. I'm feeling very weird today. Sorry for just hitting shit. I'm losing control. I'm just hitting everything. Call me the Hulk. Yeah, I feel this is not... I don't know. This is definitely one of those weeks where, like, I don't want to do a podcast episode, but I have to, and I'm gonna. And so there's that. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life right now that, if I'm honest, is quite distracting and puts just like doing comedy and things like that into perspective. Yeah. So like, I mean, with work, with just my relationship, there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know, and it makes you question a lot of different things. It makes you wonder, like, and think about, like, what is important? What are you supposed to stand up for? I don't know. And I don't want to get into details about certain things, because I don't think that that's... at least at this time, not appropriate. I don't want to, like, betray anyone's trust or do anything like that, or, speak out of turn or anything. But yeah, I am kind of dealing with a lot, if I'm being honest. There's a lot on my mind, and it just makes you think and feel certain things. Yeah, I don't know. I have a problem with, I don't know if I said this already, but I do apologize in advance if this is not like a whoa, zinger, LOL type of episode. That's not, I don't know. I'm going to try. I might find some stuff to fucking poke fun at, like the fact that Manchester United lost 7-0 to Liverpool. Which, if you would have given me the King's Goblet to wish upon a star, well, I would never in a million, since the beginning of the universe time, ever expected that result to happen. Yeah, Sam and I were driving back from like a cabin weekend with her and some of her friends, and I was like, great. I drove all the way there so that Sam could drive kind of on the way back so that I could watch that, which was very nice. Nice of her to do. And then it was the worst game ever. Oopsie. And like, when you're in a car, there's already only so much you can do to like kind of stem and to push down your anger. Like, I think if you get in an extended car ride with someone, yeah, it's every fucking time you're gonna get upset about something just because, like, just proximity. It's very closed, and you're gonna be upset with blah blah blah. However, and so already I'm predisposed to that. And then when your team it's really hard to look at 7-0. I mean, I don't know, dude. That would be, I mean, to football people, that's like, that would be 49-0, but like, quite honestly, like, that doesn't even fully capture it. It would be like, I don't know, if Ohio State lost to Michigan, like 70-0. Like, 7 goals. If you scored 7 goals in FIFA, you'd be like, holy shit, that's a lot of goals. If there are 7 goals, if a game is 4-3 and there's 7 goals total, that's an insane number. But to have 7 goals, 6 of which happened in the second half, just absolutely embarrassing. I turned it off at 3-0, which I just had to do for my own mental health. Like, I couldn't handle. It's really annoying when your team is just getting absolutely pillaged in the butthole, and you have to, like, because there's always a part of you that's just like, no, we can do it. We can, like, come back. We can make it. And then you just sit there, and it's just so masochistic because you just, like, sit there and you just watch it happen over and over again, just conceding goal after goal. And then you're like, oh, we're going to do it. Well, then you start to be like, well, maybe we'll score 1 for pride. Fucking nope. We just laid the fuck down and didn't care. Just laid down and didn't care. So I didn't watch the most of it, and I refuse to. I never will. What they don't say or nobody talks about enough is when your team suck, or like when your team has a bad result, you know, especially when it's a prominent team like Manchester United. If there's a loss, if there's a shellacking of any sort, it reduces my ability to do or consume anything soccer related, football related, basketball, whatever the team is. It makes me not be able to consume any of that for a decent amount of time. And that's annoying. You know, like if you were an Eagles fan, you can't turn on SportsCenter for like a week. You can't listen to probably your favorite podcasts for a while, because all they're going to be talking about is shit that just hurts you. You know? So I haven't listened to any of my soccer podcasts. I haven't really followed much of anything else that's going on. United plays this afternoon against Real Betis in the Europa League. So hopefully we can bounce back and play well in that game. However, yeah, dude, it fucking sucks. That sucked. That's my opinion on that. Yeah, I don't know. It is, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to figure out how to, rather than just being angry, turning that anger into being able to better turn that anger into something that's actually funny and not just angry. Because I'm real good at being angry. Dude, I'm so good at being angry. Wow. I'm top shelf, top tier fucking, if you went to a bar and they were like, hey, give me a top tier angry, they would pull a bottle of me down and charge you $25 a cocktail. Like I'm no fucking joke when it comes to being angry. And wouldn't you know it, sometimes that's a problem. Sometimes that leads to issues. Is it something I'm working on? Yeah. Is it going to take a while? You betcha. But I'm working on it. And so I think I need to do a better job, and I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to, maybe it's not that I don't know how to, I just need to work that muscle or hone that skill of taking something that really, really pisses me off, or taking issues that really, really piss me off and actually turn them into something funny, and rather than just me being upset about them. Because funny will make me feel better if I can just talk shit about something, or about something bad that happened to me. And it makes everybody else around me better, because they're not dealing with just me being pissed off, because nobody likes dealing with somebody that's pissed off. You know? Nobody likes that. I mean, if people liked that, they wouldn't go to therapy so fucking much. Nobody would be going to therapy because everybody's dad would have been, yippee, fucking fun, dude. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to turn just me being angry into me being funny, and I need to be more effective at that. Because nobody likes to be around somebody that's just pissed off and angry all the time. That's no fun. That's not good. I don't know. So yeah, Manchester United lost 7-0. That was not good. What else happened that in sports that was bad? Oh, fucking F1 is back. Which it's funny how, like, 10 years ago, like, if you were into soccer, that was like look at that guy. I bet he's fucking into soccer and drinks IPAs and voted for Obama. You know what I mean? Like, that was like that was like the, look at who's this cool drink of alcohol. You know, it was like somebody like that. Now, like, the new, like, hip fucking thing to watch is Formula One, and I unfortunately do really like it. I think, like, it's now, like, I don't know, now it's just like, look at this guy. He watches Formula One and drinks sours and didn't vote. Like, that's kind of that's the new cool guy. And I don't know. I like F1. I do, but it's because of Drive to Survive. It's not my fault. It's the producers at Netflix that put together a damn good product, dude. It's a damn good product. But yeah, Formula One started again, and it was redonkulous just how much faster Red Bull and Verstappen are than everybody else. Like, nobody, like, I don't understand how everyone else, I mean, like, Mercedes was just, like, lapping, smacking, dribbling, bibbling everybody for, like, almost a decade. Like, they were just, I mean, putting their balls wherever they wanted, and no one could do anything. No one could do anything. Dude, fucking Lewis and Toto's balls were just, they were just plopped on everybody's forehead for fucking years. And then they get screwed out of a championship. Lewis is 8th, which would have made him inarguably the greatest of all time. And they get fucked. Like, absolutely fucked out of a championship. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Christian Horner knows it. Verstappen knows it. They know, the other drivers fucking know it. It was absolutely ridiculous. But since then, it was like that sucked all the air out of the Mercedes balloon. Like, to go from being just absolutely unstoppable to, like, barely getting podiums is crazy. Like, that level of drop-off is astronomical. Again, with the motherfucking yawns, dude. I haven't yawned all day. I haven't yawned in days. And then as soon as I start fucking doing a podcast, it's just yawn. But yeah, Red Bull are really fucking fast, and Verstappen's just gonna win unless they start to have, like, crazy engine problems. But I mean, they even had those at the beginning of last year. I think they had double DNF for like 2 weeks in a row, or they had at least one of their cars retire for the first 2 races last year. And then they just absolutely fucked everybody. They went on and just, like, were smacking people away. And yeah, I just haven't seen a drop-off like that. Granted, I'm brand new to the sport, so if somebody else has seen this, please let me know. But it's pretty insane. And it's not that just, like, Mercedes is just so much worse. It's just how astronomically better Red Bull are than every other team, driver, everything. Like, Verstappen finished 40 seconds ahead of the next closest car, and they slowed down. That's ridiculous. They could have had another, I think they said that they could have had an extra second, taken off an extra second every lap if they wanted to. But that is, if that's not Usain Bolt pulling up before he crosses the finish line so that he can, like, that's crazy. To just give the finger to everybody else in the paddock, to just be like, we can fucking do whatever we want, and you can't do nothing about it. Not even close. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Somebody fucking rang our goddamn bell trying to deliver something. I think they were delivering cat food. I'm not 100% sure what they were delivering, but it ruined my flow. It's annoying. And now I left the little, you can hit a button so you can see out the camera downstairs, and I left it on, so now there's just like a weird light that I can see over here. and it's bothering me. But that's okay. We're going to figure it out. Don't worry about it. What was I talking? Oh, yeah, just how Red Bull was just absolutely just giving everybody in the world the finger of how fast they were. It's not even close. Like, Red Bull, like, preseason testing and all of that, I was like, oh, this could be close. This is going to be interesting. Nope. I mean, it might already be done. Like, if the car is that fast, unless other teams make changes, which they could, but, like, I don't know how Mercedes hasn't figured it out again. Like, how do you go from being so dominant to just so tepid and anemic in the span of, like, 6 months? Because, like, it happened, it was all last year. They couldn't figure out their car. They couldn't figure anything out, and then they still haven't figured it out. I don't know. Since it's kind of embarrassing, if we're honest. And annoying as somebody, I don't know, because I got into the sport so recently and relatively late, and my fandom is not based off of, but definitely rooted in Drive to Survive. It's hard. I don't know who I like. I think I like Lewis as a person. I like him exponentially more than I like Max. Max is just like, I don't think that there's anything likable about Max. I know that there's people that are Max fans, but I think they just like, I don't even know what they like. They like winning now, but like he just behaves like such a petulant child all the time. And he's also ugly. Have we talked about that? Like, I don't mean to be accurate, but the boy is not good looking. I don't know. Not that I'm like some fucking dime piece, but geez, like Verstappen, like why does he insist on wearing those such flat-brimmed big hats? He wears the biggest hats and they make his head look like a fucking Lego. And then like his everything is like so tight. Just, what the fuck are you doing? Like he's I don't know, he's such a whiner. What a fucking annoying whiner baby. God damn it, he's good, though. Man, is he such a good driver, but, I mean, I don't know. If they keep this, I was about to say, like, I would rather be Lewis, but, I mean, if they keep this up, which who knows if they could or if they will, but if they keep this up, I mean, Max could easily catch Lewis. Max is so young. Max is, like, what, like 25 now? Whatever, however, he's no older than 25, 26. And he's at 2, and he needs to win 6 more. That's very doable. If your car is 40 seconds faster than everybody, it's insane. And maybe they'll change it, and people will make changes and blah blah blah. But I think they're gonna walk away with the championship because Mercedes don't look like they're there. And if you're relying on Ferrari to be able to catch you, you're mistaken, dude. Just out of nowhere on Leclerc's car just went womp womp out of nowhere, just dunzo. So that stinks. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you get Aston Martin this season with Fernando Alonso. That would be cool. I'll root for Fernando Alonso. I'll root for that. I think I don't know if if I have a team, I just know that I'm anti-Red Bull. I think that's it. Yeah. Because they're not a car company. They're a fucking energy drink company that just has its little talons in fucking everything. Like German soccer and this and getting people to jump off the moon or whatever the fuck they did a couple years ago. That was actually pretty tight, though. I mean, like, who are we kidding? That was pretty dope. That he was just like, yo, I'm standing on a platform on the goddamn sun and I'm just going to land in a field and walk away. That's pretty tight. What was his name? Like Felix Baumgartner? No, that's a pitcher. It was like Felix something cool. Because you can't, I mean, Felix is already a cool name, but I mean, like, you can't have a boring-ass name and be the first guy to, like, jump off of a spaceship and land with a parachute. Like, you can't be, like, Bill Ted. You can't be, like, Bob Fisher and be like, yeah, I jumped off the Empire State Building 80 times higher And I don't know. Whatever it is, he was in the atmosphere, in a cloud, some fucking thing that was really cool. That's such a weird tangent. I guarantee no one's been on a Felix what's-his-face jumps off of a Red Bull thing tangent in years. So you're witnessing history. That's the kind of shit I provide on Matt Bowman is Bothered on days where I don't have a lot to talk about and my mind is fucking very distracted on a bunch of different personal things. But yeah, I think, to switch gears, I guess. Yeah, back to just, I don't know. It's an interesting time in my life to be honest, to try to figure out like, what's important, as well as like trying to figure out what makes me happy, what makes those around me happy, and what makes my and their lives enjoyable, and how to get the best out of both of those. I think at times I can be pretty selfish. And I don't know how good of a thing that is. Because I can see that it can be isolating, for sure. And I do, like I talked about this before, but I do think that I'm right. Like all the time, I think that I'm right. And on anything, on issues, on pizza toppings, on which sports teams are nice. Like I have opinions on everything, and I generally think that they're correct. And at times, I think I can let that get in the way of actually enjoying things and being a fun person to be around. You know? And I was having this thought the other day. I was thinking about how I like to be right and how important it is for me to be right. And I kind of had this thought of just like, hey, man, look where that's got you. You know? Like for somebody who's always right, kind of low on the totem pole in most categories. You know? For somebody that's always right, I am not super successful. You know, for somebody who finds fault and error in just about everything, how often do I turn that lens on myself and do some self-analysis and some, hey, maybe we can try to grow in this area. Hey, maybe you don't know everything, you fucking arrogant prick. Maybe you should try to hear different perspectives rather than immediately becoming defensive whenever you hear something that contradicts your worldview that you think is perfectly molded. Yeah, maybe other people have things to say and opinions that might be different than yours, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they are... Maybe they're wrong. That's okay, though. I think I need to be more okay with... other people being wrong. You know? Not everything is life and death. Not everything needs to be competitive. Not everything needs to have a winner and a loser. I think that... because to be honest, boy, is it exhausting. Man, there are times that I really... it's exhausting to have stupid fucking opinions on everything. It occupies so much time in my fucking head, but at the same time, that I do like poking fun at everything. I think that's fun. And maybe I need to do it in a healthier manner that doesn't come off so condescending and arrogant, and it needs to come off as playful. like playful making. Maybe it's the tone and it's the way that I do things that can be a problem. Maybe it's that. I don't know, because I don't want to sacrifice like who I am, which is I like to make jokes about things. I like to talk shit about things. But maybe sometimes I let it be too much like just anger talking shit rather than like a playful, fun talking shit. Maybe I need to work on the voice and the tone and the delivery of all of that. And maybe I don't have all of the answers of how to operate in that space or in that field. Like, who the fuck am I? I've been doing comedy for what, 5-6 years, and lots of that was just doing open mics. Now I'm getting spots and time at clubs and doing all of that. I'm doing okay. I'm figuring it out. But a lot of times I speak like I'm some fucking authority on... I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what I think is funny sometimes. I don't know how I work, right, do whatever. I don't know. And maybe I need to say I don't know more. Because I'm really good at saying I don't like. Boy, am I good at that. Dude, I mean, along with being upset and angry, boy, I mean, that kind of goes hand in hand. But boy, am I really good at saying I don't like. I will find more things that I don't like than you could even fucking possibly imagine. Ukuleles, boo. Shepherds, fucking what? With the hook, what are you? Fucking the Grim Reaper, put a blade on there and make it cooler. I don't know. One strapping backpacks was cool 15 years ago. Now, wow, how unpopular and how dysfunctional that actually is. Fucking peanuts. Those will kill some people. Maybe it's a good thing. Who am I to say? I don't know. I can find an endless list of things that I am upset by. I'm upset by so many things. I let so many things bother me, and maybe that's not a good thing. I think maybe it's not inherently a good or a bad thing. I just need to do a better job of balancing it. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to... Because it can be exhausting to do certain things. And maybe the people around me find it exhausting as well. And I mean, it's no secret that I do have a problem fucking shutting my mouth. I mean, I've been getting that for years. Every goddamn teacher, every one of them, from fucking Mrs. Pendergrass. What a cunt, by the way. She sucked. I hated her. My parents hated her, so I'm not even speaking out of turn. I wasn't just a fourth grader who split time with her class and Mr. Degenbach's. I liked that guy. He threw a piece of chalk at a wall one time. It was pretty cool. Like, it exploded. That's how pissed off he was. He apologized immediately, but it was still an interesting time in my life. But yeah, every teacher I've ever had was like... Matt's a great kid, but boy, does he talk a lot. Wow, Matt can do a lot of things, but the best one is talking. I'll talk forever, man. I'll talk out of my ass. I'll talk out of my ass and pretend like those are opinions I've held for years and that they're backed by scientific data, when in fact I decided about 30 seconds ago that that's what I felt like. I don't know. I do not know. So maybe I just need to do a better job of balancing that shit and putting things into perspective and having a better understanding that sometimes there's just like a time and place for everything. I don't know. I think part of me is also scared because that is how I operate. I do that a lot. I make fun of a lot of things. But maybe at times, maybe I'm not even, I don't know, maybe I'm not making fun so much as I'm just like tearing down and just putting down, and that's not cool. If I'm going to tear shit down and put it's got to be funny. Cuz if it's not funny, then it's just mean, and I don't want to be mean. I don't like being mean. Now sometimes the meanest thing. I mean, this is Chappelle's line, but he's like, sometimes the funniest thing to say is mean, but I'm not saying it because it's mean. I'm saying it because it's funny. But that's such an interesting line to walk, because it's just like, okay, I don't want to be mean just to be the sake of being mean. That's just rude and a bully, and nobody likes that person. But also, you have to have a little bit of that so that you can observe and look at things in a certain way, and hopefully communicate that and synthesize that down to a point that like is universally like, oh wow, I never looked at it that way. Wow, that's crazy. That's really interesting. I mean, like, Seinfeld's the master of doing that. You know, Seinfeld, I think, is annoyed by life, and I feel like I am consistently as well. And I think that I just need to do a better job of maybe expressing that in a healthy way, as well as, just saying things that are funny rather than just mean. But what comes with that territory is that you can't hit home runs every time. You can't hit singles every time. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of fucking foul balls with that kind of stuff. I mean, I have pages and pages and pages and pages of bullshit. That's what it is. If I touch my computer, the mic things, the electricity, Edison, Tesla. Oh, maybe it's not. I don't fucking know. I thought I figured it out. But I have pages of bullshit that's just not funny. It's just not good. But you have to get past all of the not good shit to get to the funny shit. Like, it's so hard to find stuff. So I'm constantly trying to find stuff. And I'm also constantly looking for that validation. And I like being around people that do that type of thing. Like, just talking shit and being fun. All of that. I really enjoy that. But I guess, to what degree do I continue to do that, and how do I separate that out? And does separating it out, or maybe just having it be like a time and place, does that necessarily mean that that part is bad, or that is just me trying to find a healthy balance of things? Maybe it's like, but I don't know, like, maybe, I mean, because fucking, dude, I love Oreos. But, like, you can't have Oreos all the time. Oreos on their own are not bad. There's nothing inherently wrong with Oreos. I mean, unless you're fucking, but what about the robot cum that's in the middle of it? And isn't it just, maybe, I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. The point is that Oreos are nice and delicious, and they're very good. But if you ate Oreos all the time, and you made everybody around you eat and talk about Oreos all the time, then that sucks. And that's not good, and you'll end up super obese and die at 35 of a heart attack. So there's that. But then that's also to reconcile with just like, that is a part of me. And it's a large part of me. And it's hard to take criticism on such a large part of me. I don't know. This is all an exercise in me just kind of talking and thinking out loud. Again, I preface this whole thing with it might not be super funny, but it is something that I'm going through and working on. Burps. So yeah, cool. Well, this has been, I was going to say fun, but it's been something. I've been here, and hopefully so have you. I really do I am just trying to be as authentically myself as possible. And yeah, I am just trying, I don't know, as lame and gay as it sounds, I am just on a journey. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying my best, and well, I hope I'm trying my best. I need to try my best. That I think is something that I need to do. Is just try my best, try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and try to, just try to be nice and try to figure it out. But also funny. I really want to be funny. So man, this is sometimes really lame to say all of these things. But again, just trying to be me. Cool. Yeah, please rate, review, subscribe. It sounds so funny to like go from having like a very deep, like introspective conversation and then switching immediately to please like me, follow, subscribe, all of that bullshit. You fucking know what to do. God, fucking subscribe if you want to. If not, I don't care. If you want to follow it, follow me on my social medias, Matt Bowman Comedy. But if you don't, or you haven't made it this far, which is 99% of you, thank you. That's fine. Whatever, man. I'm working it out. If you want to come along, please do it. If not, in the words of Bill Burr, go fuck yourself. That's all I got to say. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Bye-bye.